Welcome to Beluga Stadium. The ocean holds so many wonderful secrets, and today we want you to come out to take a deep dive
Yeah, I don't have the best seats, but
to discover some of the world's most fascinating creatures.
And this is SeaWorld San Antonio.
Pacific white-sided dolphins. Welcome to Ocean Discovery.
Not only do you need better seats, you need a better cameraman. Now the show is starting, so this was about all that was open when we got in, so it's all good. It's the reason why it's open. We were just walking by when it started. Getting their treats over there.
Let's give it up for our Beluga whales and Pacific white-sided dolphins! At SeaWorld, we have a unique opportunity to care for many different species of animals. And through that care, we are able to build lasting relationships. Relationships we are so excited to share with all of you today. Whether it's the graceful and majestic blue whale, or the poised and powerful Pacific white-sided dolphin. Each of these amazing animals is one of a kind. And there's so much to share about our special pod of beluga whales, so let's take a deeper dive in. Our pod now ranges in age from our youngest Caparoo, who's just over a year old, to our older whales like Prissy and Lenore, who are well into their 30s. You may notice that there are several adaptations that set beluga whales apart from other whale and dolphin species. First, their coloration. Beluga whales are born with dark gray coloration. This allows them to camouflage under their mother's shadow, going undetected by predators. Then, as they age, they become a brighter shade of white. This also allows them to camouflage amongst the ice caps and ice floes of their subarctic environments. You may notice that beluga whales do not have a dorsal fin. What they instead have is known as a dorsal ridge. This is common with most whale and dolphin species. First, the lack of fin gives them a low profile, allowing them to swim right under a floor of ice, going undetected by predators and prey. Then, the dorsal ridge is thick and has a tough layer of skin over it. This allows them to push up through the ice and create their very own breathing holes. Beluga whales are different from most whale species in that their neck vertebrae are not fused. This allows them to move their head up and down and side to side, giving them more flexibility and mobility in their neck, allowing them to easily pick up food from the ocean floor. Another distinguishing characteristic of the beluga whale is the large round forehead, known as the melon. The melon is an organ used for echolocation. They can change the shape of this organ to influence the direction and frequency of the echolocation beam, allowing them to locate food and maneuver in murky waters. Beluga whales are nicknamed the canaries of the sea due to the wide variety of sounds they can make. Let's see if they can make some of the sounds for us today.
It's about, yeah.
Those were beautiful! All of the sounds you just heard came from the blowhole located on the back of the beluga whale's head. Beluga whales do not possess vocal cords. In fact, they cannot breathe out of their mouths either. This unique location of the blowhole allows the beluga whale to breathe without lifting their heads out of the water, making them more efficient swimmers and hunters. Everyone, those were just some of the whales we get to care for each day and every day. Engaging our animals both physically and mentally allows us to provide them with the best possible care. And through that care, we are able to build strong bonds. And while our animals seem to be natural athletes, it is through our mutual love of play that we're able to strengthen these bonds. Over the past 60 years, SeaWorld has discovered that their play ultimately leads to our discoveries. And we make these discoveries during segments of time known as sessions. And one of the most important types of session is known as a relationship session. This is when we utilize all of our positive reinforcement techniques to better build trust between trainers and animals. And now, our trainers and animals will give you a glimpse in just how special these bonds can truly be.
This is SeaWorld, San Antonio. Little splashy here.
Let's give it up for our trainers and our animals! Did you know that all SeaWorld parks are accredited by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums?
The AZA.
These rigorous, scientifically based, and publicly available standards examine our entire operation, including animal welfare, veterinary care, conservation efforts, and education level. This is one of the highest accreditations any zoo or aquarium can achieve, and something we are very proud to hold. In fact, it is due to this level of care, they're one of just 2 facilities in the entire United States that is able to call themselves home to the next species you're about to meet, our Pacific white-sided dolphins.
They're the high flyers, the acrobats.
Husky sessions are another type of session that aid us in providing our animals with excellent animal welfare. And here to tell you more about our dolphins and how we train them is Caitlin.
Hey everybody, I'm way over here on the right-hand side. Just like Colton said, we're going to learn more about this really cool species of dolphin. We are home to 8 Pacific white-sided dolphins. Our youngest is 1.5 years old. Her name is Maya. And our oldest is in his early 40s. His name is Lee, and he is actually the grandfather of Maya. Now we are going to introduce you guys to Maya, her mom Ohana, and another one of our females, Avalon. Now one of the first things you're probably going to notice about these dolphins is their color. Unlike bottlenose dolphins that are gray from head to tail, these dolphins are dark on top and light on their underside. This is called counter shading, and it's a type of camouflage that you're going to see in a lot of animals in the ocean. Think of penguins and killer whales. They have that same dark and light color. Now, the next thing that you may have noticed about these dolphins is their speed. They can easily reach speeds over 20 miles an hour, making them one of the fastest marine mammals in the ocean. Ohana here is going to demonstrate just how fast they can go. She's using that really powerful muscle that goes down her back from her dorsal fin to her tail hoops. It's called the peduncle, and it allows her to do some pretty impressive behaviors, including one we like to call walking on water. Let's see if Ohana can demonstrate that for us. Now, just a moment ago, we learned that the beluga whales are called the canaries of the sea because they make those really fun sounds. These dolphins have their own nickname because they're often seen jumping high out of the water. They're known as the acrobats of the sea. All right, now that we know a little bit more about this really cool species of dolphin, we're going to give you a behind-the-scenes look of how we train all of the animals here at SeaWorld. Whether it's a dolphin, an otter, a killer whale, we use the same basic training principles. It's called operating conditioning with positive reinforcement. Simply put, we ask the animals to do something, and when they do it right, we want to draw a whole lot of attention to it. So today we're working on a behavior with Maya. Remember, she is just 1.5 years old, and she is learning a jump that we call a bow. Now, she is really good at doing this jump all by herself. Today, we're working on her doing this exact jump, but in a particular position. We have an extra trainer, Kristen, down at the glass, who has a really long pole with a little buoy on it. By tapping this on the surface of the water, it reminds Maya where we would like her to jump. Now we're going to start off by asking Avalon to do this behavior. Avalon is 26 years old. She's done this behavior for years. And you guys can see that she came up exactly where that tap happened. That was beautiful. That's exactly what we were looking for. Now we are going to add Maya in, hoping that we can do something called observational learning. Meaning Maya can copy what Avalon does. So we are going to ask both of them to do this jump this time, hoping that she follows Avalon right to where we want her to do. They actually linked up underwater, meaning they swam right next to each other. We let them know that's exactly what we were looking for. Maya was so excited, she had to show you how fast she could swim. She's 1.5 years old, okay? She gets really excited about those things. All right, we're going to try this one more time, and this time, we're going to see if they can do that full jump. We're looking for them to link up, swim right next to each other underwater, and then exit the water right next to each other. That was amazing! Give it up for Ohana!
The animals you have seen here today are champions for their ocean counterparts, who are facing increasing threats to their lives and habitats. Trash, noise pollution, decline of food supply, and habitat loss plague our oceans. Your visit today directly supports SeaWorld's rescue and conservation efforts. And in fact, we have been able to rescue over 42,000